were probably a lot of Duck fans in Eugene today that were going,
a little tense.
You have to be kidding me. This is not going to happen again. But Oregon recovers, like you said. Great job on Dan Lanning. Let's go over to Nick Orsini. He is in Stanford, California, with coverage sponsored by Kendall Subaru. This week, leading up to it, all week we talked about it. Have a tendency to get awkward with Oregon and Stanford sometimes. A slow start for the Ducks today, but they get it done. What did Coach Lanning say in that press conference you just got out of?
Well, he was happy that they won, but, you know, the big thing, and you and Kenny kind of talked about it, such a slow start. I felt like Stanford kind of took what Texas Tech did to this team and really utilized it. Kenny mentioned a 7.5-minute drive, just 3 plays for the Ducks on offense in the first quarter, and it was a 3-and-out. But it was all about adjustments, right? That's what coaches need to do. Tosh Lupoi's defense really cracked down on Justin Lamson. And then Troy Franklin, homecoming for the guy. What more can you say from him? Back-to-back 100-yard games. Jordan James steps up in the Noah Whittington-type role, has some big key runs there, including that 30-yard touchdown. So he was happy. Now, obviously, they're done a perfect 5-0 in the month of September, and now here we go. That gauntlet, the month of October, going to be a great game come October 14th.
Yeah, speaking of that game, Nick, let's talk about it a little bit because you will be there in Seattle. Will game day be there in Seattle? We don't know. What we do know is that Oregon and Washington, they hate each other. Let's be frank about it, and this could be one of the most highly anticipated Oregon-Washington matchups we've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, both Dan Lanning and Bo Nix said after the game that we're not entering a bye week, we're entering a work week. And what he means by that is they're not going to take really much time. Of course, they're going to go to the doctor on Monday like they always do, but they're going to start to game plan not only for Washington, but the games after Washington. Of course, he's not going to want to get too far ahead of this, and it's almost like a Heisman. Whoever loses this game could be out of the Heisman race. Of course, Michael Penix, I know they're playing Arizona right now, but assuming they take care of the Wildcats, a perfect 5-0, both coming off a bye week, top 10 matchup in Washington, really doesn't get much better than that. Kyrie Jackson, one of the main guys who went out, we did ask him what his status is moving forward. He says he's not sure yet. He does need to go check out the medical staff. So we'll keep an eye on Kyrie. And then again, we're just going to keep talking about this Oregon-Washington game, arguably the biggest game of the season, and definitely going to be one of the biggest games in the country in just 2 weeks' time.
All right, Nick Orsini working for us hard as always at Stanford. Fly home safe, sir. We're excited to get you up to Seattle here soon.